Hello, my name is Miss Brown. Nice to meet you.
How you doing? My name's Bill. Bill
Nice to meet
Houston. Nice meeting you as well.
Thank you for coming in.
I appreciate it. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Okay, so today, first, we're going to go over an important percent. And that, with that being said, it states that everything kept in our office today is kept confidential. And even if, like, do you feel like that you going to hurt yourself or someone else? You will have to let me know that so I can get the proper people to come down and help me. So you don't feel that way, do you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. So what brings you in today?
I've been having some anxiety issues, and they have really gotten to the point to where it's difficult for me to work. It's difficult for me to function in my family. I watch the news all the time, and when I watch the news, I see all this stuff about this COVID-19, and it really frightens me. And it's almost taken me to a point of being paralyzed now, where I can't even do anything.
So what I hear you saying is that the things that you watch on the news frightens you.
Well, it's not just what I watch on the news. It's the reality of what I'm watching on the news, and how people are dying, people are getting sick, and they're getting infected, and hospitals are being overrun. And the only way that I kind of see that or experience those things are through television. And when I watch it, it really causes a high level of anxiety for me.
Oh, okay. So what I hear you saying is things that's going on outside on television. I'm sure it has taken a toll on you. So has it been affecting your kids?
So I don't really let them watch the news, but they can definitely tell that I'm different, that there are some issues with me, that I'm really frightened, almost to the point of paranoia sometimes. I don't talk to people. I don't let people come visit. I don't go to the store. I don't really go outside. I think I've overreacted a little bit, and I think it's starting to spill over into my life, my relationship with my kids, with my wife, it's really difficult to work. I find myself watching television when I should be, on my computer working.
Okay, so when you say that it is affecting you let it spill over and it's affecting your wife and your children, how are they responding to all of this?
They don't seem to be visibly shaken by it, but it must be for them a little intimidating to see their father and husband kind of always in an anxious situation, always kind of paranoid about the virus.
All right. So what kind of steps can you take? You say that you don't go outside and you don't let your kids watch TV. Why? I know things going, but you could keep yourself protected if you go outside, like have your mask on, have your gloves on. So what makes it so hard for you to venture outside?
I don't really know. Maybe it's the fear. Maybe it's a paranoia. Maybe the fear has gotten to that level. But it's really difficult to go outside. I don't really want the kids to go outside or let the kids outside. And I know that life is going on outside of the house, and but it's really frightening to me, and it's really difficult for me to experience anything except vicariously through the television.
Okay, so what kind of things are your kids doing, like inside the house, since they are so bound inside, like you don't let them out? What kind of things are you doing with them?
So we tend to talk more and engage a little bit more than we did before, but they're kids from the digital age, so they like to play games. They like to get on their phone and those kinds of things. So they don't really seem to mind not going outside very much. And I think maybe they've picked up on a little bit of the anxiety that I feel. Mm-hmm. I guess what's really concerning to me is, that I can't concentrate anymore. I can't really concentrate on work. I can't really concentrate on helping them with their schoolwork, and I seem almost, addicted to the anxiety-causing images that I see on television. I don't turn my television off the news, and I watch the news constantly. I don't even watch television to enjoy it. I seem to be caught up in the world of, all those, really frightening images.
Okay. So how is your wife? Does your wife work outside the home?
Yes, she does. Yeah,
What?
she works outside of the home, so she goes out. She kind of lives in the world and experiences that, and a little bit different than I do. I only see the world kind of vicariously. She's actually out there still working. She works in a place where they practice social distancing and all the safety measures. And I imagine that I could practice those same safety measures. I don't. It seems like all I want to do is watch the frightening events on television.
Is there anything? Because it seems to me that what you're saying to me is that you see all these frightening things on television. So is it that they had put in your head that something's going to happen to you if you go outside, if you go out of your comfort zone?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where you're coming from when you say you see all these frightening things on TV. You don't let your kids watch TV. But, I mean, they have to know, too, what's going on in the world, Because, you could see one thing, and then they could see something different, So, what else what's stopping you from going, outside of your comfort zone?
I think maybe that's it. It's just become a real comfort zone for me, and maybe living in this state of anxiety and anxiousness is comfortable for me now. Because I don't think there's really any problem with me, walking to the park or going out on my porch. That's probably shouldn't be frightening. That shouldn't be things that are out of the question. But they really are. Those are things that I don't even do. Certainly if I'm in the park and there's fresh air and there's no one out there, chances are I'm not going to get infected. But I don't do those. I choose not to do those things. I choose to just, stay in, and not only just stay in, but continue to watch those images, and those images cause anxiety. And I think that maybe there's something in that anxiety that's stimulating me in some way to continue with those behaviors.
Okay, you had said earlier that you have anxiety, like you can't even work. So when you're sitting at your computer, what is throwing you off from working, like being productive during the day?
I just can't focus. I can't keep my eyes off the television. I'm constantly watching the television. If I turn the television off, I'll get up and turn it back on in 2 minutes. And, constantly focused on it. And I don't even watch enjoyable things. I only watch the news. And of course, in the 24-hour news cycle, that's all they constantly talk about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what kind of things can you think of that you can do to loosen up some of your anxiety?
So I've thought about things like, maybe taking a walk and just kind of enjoying the outside again. Kind of getting out of my head. Maybe not necessarily thinking about those things. Maybe taking the opportunity to listen to some music or something that would take my mind off of the realities of the virus.
Okay, so while you doing that, couldn't it be a good idea for you and your children? How many children do you have?
3.
You have 3? Okay, you and your children could get out, let's say, twice or 3 times a week and take a walk through the park. You know, of course, you know, have your mask on or whatever, just to get out of the house so you don't want to be so confined into, you know, one place. And I know that anxiety runs high, you know what I'm saying, for the kids, because, like, you know, school's out and everything. So that'll be maybe something that you could work on. That could be your homework for the next time you come in to the meeting, and you can let me know how it goes.
Sure, I'll put that on my schedule, and I'll try that. I'll actually get out, you know, walk with the kids 2 to 3 times a week, and try to enjoy some of the outside.
Okay, so I wanted to ask another question. You said your wife works in...
She works outside of the home. She
Okay.
works in the office building.
Okay, she works in the office building. So how is her demeanor or things when she comes home?
So you can tell there's a level of anxiety there, but she has to kind of push through that anxiety because she's actually out in the workforce. I work from home, so I don't necessarily have to be out, but I do have to be productive, and you know, the anxiety has stopped me from being productive. You know, so that's caused a little friction between us.
Okay. So when you say friction, is that good friction or bad friction?
I think it's just you know, it's just friction. Maybe bad probably would be the best way to describe it. You know, maybe why I haven't done anything. You know, there's not necessarily any dishes cleaned up, or you know, the house hasn't been cleaned up. You know, I haven't really been productive, you know, with my work, and you know, because I'm sitting there watching television all day. So you know, she doesn't really argue about it, but you know, from time to time she'll bring it up, and you know, in a gentle way, say, you know, what did you do today? Did you wash some clothes? You know, what did you fix for dinner? And you know, and of course the answer is no and no. But she's kind of understanding about that.
Okay, so that's good. That's good to know. So, also I wanted to talk about what kind of work do you do?
So what I do is e-commerce work on the internet, and I actually help people you know, market their products online, and then I get a commission for that.
Can you elaborate a little bit more for me?
Sure. So maybe a client comes to me and they say they want to increase the sales for let's say light bulbs. So what I'll do is I'll find, you know, what their perfect client looks like, and I'll create digital ads for them, you know, Google AdWords or Facebook ads, and you know, drive traffic to their site, and when people purchase, then I get a commission for the sales.
Okay, so all this is done online?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that sounds interesting. Interesting, very interesting. So, your kids, how old are they?
So they range in age from 10 to 12 and then 14.
Okay. So, how is home life like since them being out of school and, you know, doing their homework online and all that? Because I heard you say earlier, when your wife gets home, like, she'll ask you in a nice way, have you cooked dinner? Did the kids do homework? You know, how's that been?
So, you know, really getting the kids to do their homework has not been very difficult. You know, I try to make sure they get in an hour a day. You know, I don't push them real hard to make sure that they do spend an hour a day, you know, on their homework. Now, I wish that I could be more interactive with them. I wish I interacted with them more, you know, on their homework.
Let's stop right there. You said you wish. So, what is a couple of things that you could push yourself to make them be more active?
Um, I could sit down with them, and take 15, 20 minutes a day and actually focus on their homework.
All right. Well, Mr. Houston, if there's anything else that you need to talk about, we can schedule it in our next meeting. And I would like for you to do your homework that I assigned to you. And we'll see each other next Tuesday.
All right. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Meet you as well.
Okay. So the chicken first.